Maybe you've already tried everything we've mentioned. You set the bedroom to a precise 18 degrees. You gave up wine and coffee before bed. You put down the blue-lit phone. You even sprinkled lavender oil on your pillow and drank a warm glass of milk. And yet, lying in the boundless dark, listening to the slow tick of the clock, the sleep you've waited for still hasn't come. Your heartbeat becomes amplified in the silence. A wave of immense defeat and panic washes over you completely. Here at Quiet Minds Universe, today we arrive at the final installment of this sleep series. If you are someone who has tried every rule of self-discipline and still finds yourself turning in the night, today we'd like to ask you to stop. Stop waging war on insomnia, because the greatest mistake you can make in fighting insomnia is wanting too badly to win. Sleep has never been a commodity you can purchase with essential oils and warm milk. When you treat it as a task you must conquer, you will never be able to reach it. Why do we feel inexplicable panic lying in bed in the dark of night? Samantha Harvey, the British Booker Prize-winning author, drew on neuroscience in her memoir about a year of severe insomnia to offer an answer that is cruel but true. Deep inside our brains is a region called the amygdala, which handles fear and anxiety. In neuroscience, these two things are distinctly different. Fear is an instinctive reaction to a direct and immediate threat, a predator standing in front of you, and you must fight or flee. Anxiety, on the other hand, is worry about a potential future threat. You're afraid of what might be waiting around the next corner. Many sleep specialists offer gentle reassurance. Insomnia is caused by anxiety. Tell yourself not to be afraid. There is no tiger in the room. But for someone suffering from true severe insomnia, this kind of rational comfort rarely works. Because after several consecutive nights of stolen peace, the deprivation of sleep itself has taken concrete form. It has become a real life-threatening danger. Because of the insomnia, the tiger named sleeplessness has already been summoned, physically and undeniably, into the bedroom. Your body enters a state of extreme survival vigilance, adrenaline surging, heart rate climbing. You try to suppress it with reason. But predators cannot be overcome by simple fight or flight. The more desperately you fear losing sleep, the more awake you become. Reason and instinct knot themselves together into a perfect, unsolvable deadlock. So when scientific guidance and rational control have both failed, how can those of us in the depths find a way out? Harvey introduces in her book an ancient tribe living deep in the Amazon rainforest, the Pirahan people. So much of modern human suffering comes from the recursive nature of our thinking. Lying in bed, our thoughts nest endlessly like Russian dolls. I'm not asleep. Tomorrow my work will fall apart. And from there, my entire life might be derailed. We are crushed mercilessly by a phantom past and an imagined future. But in the language of the Pirahan people, there is no past tense and no future tense. They embrace only the radical now. When it rains, they don't worry about whether there will be flooding tomorrow. They simply say, calmly, it is raining. But at this moment, right here, we are dry. For them, the present is as solid as a brick. There is no mental exhaustion born of hypotheticals or speculation. This may be exactly the wisdom that insomniacs need most. The long suffering of the night comes from our aimless wandering through the river of time. To find calm, try doing what the Pirahan do. Break apart that vast, formless anxiety into what is concrete and immediate. Don't imagine tomorrow's fatigue. Simply whisper to yourself, quietly, it is nighttime now, and right now, I am not asleep. That is all. No attached catastrophe. No future judgment. When you release your grip on the timeline, the next thing to let go of is the fixation on sleep itself. Harvey found the perfect metaphor for this swimming in open water. When you leap into a cold lake and move through the current, the vast, deep, unthinking force of the water gently drowns out the part of you that in that moment wants to control everything. You feel the resistance of the water against your fingertips. You experience a deep surrender. Sometimes we can be the makers of our own life's tide, but sometimes all we can do is go with the current. The ultimate solution to insomnia is, in fact, understanding one simple truth. Nothing is fixed forever. Everything passes, and insomnia too will pass. So tonight, if you are still awake, stop waging war against yourself. Don't imagine tomorrow. Don't blame yourself for lacking self-discipline. Allow yourself to be sleepless. Accept this unexpected vulnerability that has come to find you. That acceptance is the very first step towards sleep. At Quiet Mind's universe, guard your own inner order. Even if tonight is sleepless, you are still safe. Good night.